So, hello people of the internet, it is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where we are going to continue Lostbelt number 4, Samsara of Genesis Terminus, Yugakshetra. So, we are picking up at section number 9, God's Sky Boulder. This is a short section, but it does have a battle in it. Really quickly, though, claim our completed master missions. Only 2 more left to go. We'll get those, I'm sure. And claim the consecutive login bonuses of Dust, Ember, and Quartz. There we go. Alright, and now to Section 9, God's Sky Boulder. Only a Berserker class enemies on this. It gives us 2 arrowheads of Malice and a single Saint Quartz. We will bring in the new one. We'll bring in the new girl here. Give her a chance to prove herself, you know? She's an AoE quick saber if memory serves, so with that out of the way, let's get this party started with Section 9. Still no idea how deep into this Lostbelt I am. Hopefully I'm at least at the halfway point, you know? Time advances again. Okay, so I'm betting... If I was a betting man, which I can somewhat be, I'd say each section is probably going to be another day on the thing. We're on day 3 of 10 for section 9. So 10 is 4, 11 is 5, 12 is 6, 13 is 7, 14 is 8, 15 is 9, and 16 would be 10, which would be the end of the cycle. But we don't want to fight him at the end of the cycle, we're going to fight him at the beginning. So we might be at the halfway point exactly here. Might be 18 section Lostbelt. That is my initial guess. If, however, the next section doesn't move the day forwards, then, well, we are completely clueless. Anyways. So you don't know what this God Sky Boulder is either then, Lakshmi? No, I don't. I was there when I first summoned here, and it hasn't changed at all in this time since. At least I don't think it has. I haven't been watching it the whole time, so I can't say for certain. Well, I've been watching it this whole time, so I can. It's definitely never changed. Since we haven't actually asked, you don't know what that is either, correct? That's right, I just noticed there was a big weird cube in this Lostbelt and didn't think anything more of it. I mean, sure, I considered investigating it and getting rid of it in case it's meant to be something dangerous, since it's so bizarre and all. But I hadn't the slightest idea how to go about it, so I just decided to keep an eye on the thing. Not to mention, David told me I was better off leaving it alone. Don't dismiss something before you've seen its true nature, huh? True, if I did, I'd be no better than Arjuna. It was the same with me. I didn't know what it was, so I couldn't do anything about it. I could see that giant tree in the cube no matter where I went, but I had more pressing matters to attend to. Rather than bother with something I knew nothing about, I figured my time would be better spent helping the people here who had been led astray by this unjust god. That is very admirable of you, but are you sure it's okay to leave that village unattended? They should be fine during the early Yugas, especially while there are barely any Kali around. They have weapons now, even if they were hastily assembled, and I've taught them how to fight as best as I can. They should be able to handle themselves in a pinch. The only thing I'm worried about right now are the sacred... There. Speak of the devil and they shall arrive. I'm gonna angle this down a little bit. It's another pack of sacred beasts, Master. Let's hide and wait for them to pass again. It's not just secret beasts. There's something else there next to the road. Wait, is that a person? I'm not picking up any vital signs. I'm afraid it's a dead body. Perhaps they died of disease or in an accident. Why are you going over to it? Damn it, we're too late. Uh-oh. Oh, they delete the bodies. So you didn't know then? That's one of this world's mistakes. The sacred beasts purify the bodies of anyone who happened to die unexpectedly. My guess is the false god thinks dead bodies don't belong out in the world and wants them gone as soon as possible. I see, so if this world were a single entity, the sacred beasts are the white blood cells of its immune system. Since we can assume this world's god would be the head, the sacred beast must be the macrophages created to detect, isolate, and remove any foreign elements. So then does that mean the Kali are fighting off something like a virus? Most intriguing. Whatever the case, people are people. When they die, they shouldn't just be cleaned up like trash. Their karma should determine what they become in their next life. At least that's what my people believe. That's what a true Samsara cycle is meant to be. We cremate their bodies to free their souls and ensure they go on to the next life without any issue. But here, as long as the secret beasts are around, nobody will be able to hold a proper cremation. If this world has no respect for the journey of the dead, and no hope for those who are left behind, then it's nothing but a world of death. So that's why you're concerned about the secret beast showing up in Dval. Because one of your elderly had passed away. Right, he was an old man whose time had come. There was nothing anyone could do about that. But I didn't want the false god stealing our right to give him a proper farewell. He really helped us out there. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what happens in the reset then. Will the person still be remembered? Or if the sacred beasts clean them up, do they not get remembered? They're finally leaving. If they hadn't already spotted you, then I would urge you to hold back for now. You're almost to God's Skybolt, and I would very much prefer to avoid making a commotion wherever possible. I know I would have stopped them if I had found the body first, but as things stand now, my only choice is to let them go. We should be okay now. I'm certain the secret beast can't detect us from this far away. Good, I'm glad that I didn't have to sneeze while we were hiding. Let's go. Oh, I know she was cool and collected, but I didn't know she also had a charming sense of humor. I don't think she was joking there, you know. Something tells me she has a very low luck stat. My, seeing it this close up really makes you realize just how big it is, doesn't it? Oh, I've got an idea. Why don't we take a little group photo to commemorate the occasion? Look out! Was that a joke, or were you just trying to avoid facing the reality of the situation? Either way, it wasn't funny. Yeah, if you want to pick, go ahead and take all the selfies you want. Just don't come running to me if the whole thing turns into a jump scare. Oh, you guys are no fun. I was just trying to lighten the mood a little. So, these numbers we're seeing are accurate, right? Our sensors aren't on the fritz or anything, right? That's right, we made it to the area near the cube without a problem, but... Kali. That's loud. Where'd all these Kali come from? I thought there were barely supposed to be any during the Krita Yuga. I think it's the place, not the time. They're showing up as though they've been here all along, rather than just coming from somewhere else. Be that as may, the sheer number of them is also almost absurd. There are so many here as there were during the Kali Yuga, maybe even more. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just run away? Seriously. You have a point. We can't investigate the cube with all these Kali around. Annoying since we just got here. If they surround us, we'll have nowhere to go. True, we can only take so many risks when it comes to safety, and there's certainly nothing to be gained by attempting to complete an impossible goal. Let's go! Understood, we'll break through the Kali behind us and make a run for it. Waiting your orders, Master. Let's go. Let's go indeed. I am very happily rested here. So nice to be... It's different. I've only streamed on the weekends occasionally, you know, but it's just something different. I'm not as physically tired as I am on weekdays, you know? Was worried there for a moment. We had a little bit of a lag spiky, but we are good. I think there might be an audio delay. Yep, there's an audio delay. Lovely. Right at the very beginning, we got the audio delay. I will have to see about fixing that here after this node. Decent crit, you know, it's decent. She does have an AoE NP at the very least, so if she lives, I'll say, I guess. We'll see how that fares. What is her skills? Guts, debuff, resist demerit for yourself, buff success rate for all allies, invincible and chance to restore HP each turn, and damage cut to a single ally. Do that to yourself. That'll give us an additional turn to work with here. So, I should have probably gone over her skills initially. Charisma of Rani, B+, 5-turn cooldown, increased attack 3 turns, chance to increase C-star drop rate, and a chance to increase crit drop rate for all allies for 3 turns. So, a buffed up Charisma. Pretty good. The second one is Sapphire's Assault, B, level 10. Invincible, and a chance to restore HP each turn for 3 turns, and a chance to apply damage cut 3 times for 3 turns to a single ally. So targeted invincibility, not bad. And then Guelor's Resistance A. Apply Guts 1 time for 3 turns, and decrease debuff resistance for 3 turns for yourself. However, increase buff success rate for all of your allies. That's not a bad skill. The debuff resist is a little iffy, but I'm not really sure if she can loot her NP as well. If she can, then good for her, but if she can't... Okay. So, we'll go ahead and Illusion. And let us see her NP in action, along with the Quick Change. If she doesn't kill these, then eh. All of our woven history, collected memories, and the pride of our motherland, my kingdom, reveal yourself. She did not kill them. She came close, admittedly. She came very, very close for a full wipe of the enemy's team, but close is not always great. But we'll be fine here. Between the 3 of them, they should wipe out the remaining weak stragglers, and then we can buffer up for one last hurrah and see how strong she is with a Scotty buff. But without her own buff, admittedly, but eh. Alright, Scotty. And there. So give her buffs as much as possible, and Fear Creation. There we go. See, now, the only thing I'm wondering is why her 3rd skill is increases buff success rate for allies. That only works on a select few servants, I feel. Like those with Imperial Privilege. Maybe Anderson as well. But most of the time, servants have a 100% buff rate for themselves. I don't really know what her uses could be, but I'm sure people do. Arrowhead of Malice Drop and a Bronze Berserker Ember. Poo on that Ember. I don't need no weak little embers. I need the strong embers. Okay, I think that's enough distance between us and them. I never imagined there would be that many Kali gathered there. I expect it might be dangerous, but with numbers like that, adding one more to our ranks still won't be enough to fend them off. You don't have to rub it in. I wish my noble Fataz were capable of blasting them all the way at once, too. My apologies, I assure you, I was not speaking sarcastically. I was merely reflecting on my failure to foresee a situation like this. I see, that's alright. No, I'm sorry. I was being overly sensitive. While we're on the subject, this seems a good chance to tell you this. Naturally, I will do everything in my power to accomplish our mutual goal. I have no intention of holding back. But I should warn you, for your own safety, you shouldn't expect me to come through when it really counts. I've never been truly able to accomplish the things I most wish to. That is just my lot in life. Well, that's a strange opinion to have of oneself. Perhaps her failure to defend her country in life had a traumatic effect on her. Be that as it may, there is no doubt whatsoever that you are far more useful in combat than a detective in a remote location. So I hope you will continue to lend Mr. Soul your aid. Of course I will. I would be pleased if you trusted me that much. At any rate, there were really a ridiculous number of Kali around there. Lends the impression that this may be even more important to this Lostbelt than we thought. Indeed, it was as though those Kali were there solely to guard the Sky Boulder. The fact that we can no longer see them after putting just a little distance between us and the Sky Boulder would only seem to confirm that. I wonder what this could mean. For that matter, we still don't know what those Kali demons actually are. I'm guessing Holmes is probably right in that they're a virus infecting this world, in opposition of the sacred beasts. But still, we have not the slightest idea what they are, where they are from, or where they go. I don't know either, but I can say they're not any ordinary creature. Given that they stick around even after the world is remade, maybe Arjuna uses them as a means to determine who is worth preserving. Or maybe they just remain here out of necessity. If it's the latter, that would mean they're a crucial part of the stage Arjuna uses to run this world.
So if we defeat him, maybe they'll all just go poof?
So, need to figure out how to deal with him.
At least we now know the god Skybuilder is protected by a vast number of culling and can be approached lightly. It may not be much, but it's still more than we knew before. In the meantime, I suggest we return to Deval and plot our next course of action.
Alright. So, that's another section done. Two has Heads of Malice, and the next one takes us there.